yeah, good. I got my coffee. I got my healthy snacks. I got the movies that I'm going to review. Friday the 13th. Fears. Audience. Fears. What's up, guys? Fears. Audience, fears. How art is thou? Thouist is doing... I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. Let me open up that chat, and we'll get a moseying. So, guys, I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Halfway through the week, you know, I can hear the weekend calling my name already. Oh yeah. First update. I haven't heard from Sam in a while. I hope Sam's all right. I hope Sam's okay. We're supposed to be hanging out sometime this weekend. I don't know when, but I'm going to try to get a hold of him today or tomorrow. Maybe we're hanging out this weekend. Maybe we're hanging out sometime during this week. But he said that he wanted to hang out sometime, sometime this week. So, but I'm trying to give Sam, some time, because he's going through a lot right now. But I'm still praying for Sam. I hope he's doing all right. I hope he's doing okay. Shout out to the 2 people watching. What's up? So we got 2 people watching so far. Thanks for the first like, whoever that was. So I'll keep you guys updated. Again, I really hope Sam's doing okay. So shout out to Sam. Sam, if you watch this, can't wait to hang out with you, buddy. Lunch is on me. And really, it's Sam's turn to buy lunch, but I want to be a good friend and buy lunch for him since he's been going through a lot of shit. So yeah. So anyway, today, Fears watched Van Wilder this morning when I got off of work. So we're going to be reviewing Van Wilder. And I had never seen it before. I bought this at Goodwill, and I was like, oh, it's got Ryan Reynolds in it. I'm like, it should be funny. That it was, but I had never seen it since then. Until now. And also, Fears bought this the other day. Another Disney classic, Lady and the Tramp. Really good movie. So these are the movies that I'm going to be reviewing. Plus, when I went to Walmart the other day, Fears got myself, not a big Walmart haul, but a little Walmart haul. So I thought I would show that off to you guys. Fears tries to treat himself at least once a week. So when I went grocery shopping, I went, all right, there it is. This is my one time to treat myself. So yeah. So anyway, let's see what else. Updates. I'm still on the fence if I should go to the convention this weekend. I know LC's been pushing me to go out more, but I'll be honest. I think Scream either comes out this week or this weekend. So I thought about just skipping the convention and just doing like a tiny vlog of me going to see Scream 6. It looks amazing. So it's going to be one of the two. It's either going to be Scream this weekend or it's going to be the convention. So what do you guys think I should do? Put it in the chat. Let me know. Put it in the chat. Let me know what you think. I'd be grateful for any advice. So yeah. So it's going to be one of those two. I just haven't decided. And whatever I do, hopefully Sam comes with me. Or hopefully, Sam and me, like I do that on Saturday by myself, and then maybe Sunday after church, that's when me and Sam hang out. So I gotta talk to the big guy and see how he's doing and see where his headspace is and all that. I really hope he's all right. So yeah. Let's see what else. Working out's going good. I finally got back into the gym. It's a slow process. But yesterday I worked on my legs. So I did leg curls and I ran on the treadmill. and I did some other of those machines. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Work's going fantastic. So I went in last night, and everyone was like, "Fierce, you look way better." And I'm like, "I feel way better." And they're like, "What do you think it is?" I'm like, "You know what?" I'm like, "Maybe it was something I ate." I said, "It could be something I ate." I said, "Or sometimes," I said, my Crohn's just flares up. I said, "I just get random flare-ups out of nowhere." So I said, it was either both of them or one or the other. And like I've always told you guys, I'm not gonna say their names of my managers, but the female manager came up to me. We're really good, like buddy. Like we talk all the time. She's a wonderful person. She's so nice. She's so sweet. She's like, "Well, I'm so glad you're feeling better, John." She's like, "Ready to work today?" I was like, "I'm ready." I'm like, "I am ready to rock and roll." I'm like, "Let's get it." I'm like, "Let's get her done." And we finished so early. I got there at 2:30 in the morning, and we were done by 6:30. So Fierce clocked out at 6:30. So not too bad of a day, but and we only had, what did we have? I think it was like 40,000, 41,000 of the bulk. So not too bad. Not too bad. It like those days are nice. It's not too low, so you get a full shift. Because if it's so low, like if we have like 10,000 or 20,000, that means only like 2 hours of work. Because once the boxes are done, they're done. So thank God it wasn't something low. But then thank God it wasn't like, "Hey guys, guess what? We got like 98,000." If we have 98,000, Fierce isn't leaving until like 9:30, 10 in the morning. Like around Christmas time, I was not leaving until like 9:45, 10 o'clock. The most we ever had around Christmas time was like 125,000 boxes. It was ridiculous. It was nuts. So yeah, but anyway, big shout out to my buddy Jeff. I talked to my buddy Jeff a few days ago, and he went, "Fears," he goes, "I'm working on a new project." And I went, "Oh yeah?" I'm like, "What's going on?" So this is another update. And he said, "Well, Fears, I really want you to come over to my house and do like a room tour of my nerd cave." I said, "Oh," I said, "Jeff," I said, "you are the master convention guy." I said, "I would absolutely be honored to make you like a room tour video." He goes, "Well, then after," he goes, "after you film that, Fears," he goes, "I have a table set up where with like my laptops on it and stuff." He goes, "We could move the laptop," he goes, "and I could bring in some chairs." He goes, "And we could like, you could do a straight up interview with me in my nerd cave." And I was like, "Dude, that'd be so dope." I said, "I would love to interview the king convention guy of Florida." And he goes, "Oh, so you're down?" I said, "I'm totally down." So I don't know when Jeff's gonna call me. He said, "Well," he goes, "I don't want to do the room tour," and he goes, I'm revamping my room. I'm moving things around. I'm giving my whole nerd cave like a remake." And I went, "All right, cool, fair enough." So I said, "Well, I'll tell you what." I said, "Why don't you do your room remake?" And I said, "Once the room's all done, all ready to rock and roll, then you let me know." I said, "You let me know when it's all ready to go. And when it is all ready to go, then I'll come over and I'll interview you and we'll have," he goes, "Yeah, Fears," he goes, "when you come over," he goes, "I'll make you lunch." And I was like, "Oh, you don't have to do that, buddy." He's like, "Well, we're friends." He goes, "I'll make you lunch." "I've got tons of like video game arcades and shit like in my room." And because Jeff owns a house. And I was like, "Oh, right on, that's cool." And not many people have basements in Florida. Some do, some don't. I think Jeff told me he's one of the rare guys that has a basement. So I think his nerd cave is like down in the basement. I can't be for sure. I know he said something. Buddy. He said something like that. But anyway, so I'm really looking forward to that. I really am looking forward to it. We got 3 people watching. Shout out to the 3 people. No comments yet, but I'm sure they'll be emojiing here soon. All right. So those are all the updates. So I'll let you guys know about me and Sam hanging out. I miss the big guy. I hope he's all right. I need to call my grandma this weekend. I have not talked to her. I talked to my mom recently, and she's doing all right. She struggles just like me. Sometimes there's good days, sometimes there's bad days, but she's doing all right. And but I haven't called my grandma. My grandma's spending some time with my aunt right now. So my mom said, if you want to talk to grandma, call your aunt's house because that's where your grandma is. So I don't know when my grandma will be back at her house. But I was like, Mom, as long as grandma's safe and as long as grandma's healthy, I don't care where she is, just as long as I can talk to her. My mom's like, yeah, that's true, John. And I was like, there you go. All right. So those are all the updates. One more update. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Two more updates. So Randall finally finished all of the drawings for the Fears Vlogs mug. I'm so excited. I am so excited. And I turned them over to Visions, Lord Visions, and we'll see what Visions comes up with. Visions literally wrote me and said, oh, Fears, I just saw these drawings. He goes, I'll try to come up with something and see if you like it. I said, Visions, you got full control. I said, me and Randy just gave you some options. I said, we gave you a new Fears Vlogs logo. There's a new cartoon photo of me in my Hawaiian shirt. But I said, besides that, I said, go buck wild. I said, you can meme it up. I said, you can not do a standard mug, like maybe like the mug is of different shape. I said, it doesn't have to be a white mug like the Fears Man 26 mug. I said, you can make it a whole new color. I said, come up with some creative shit. I said, Visions, I said, you are the meme epic master. I said, I'm sure whatever you come up with will be epic. And then Vision said, yeah, Fears sounds good. He goes, I'm looking forward to it. I said, so am I, man. I said, I'm really excited to see what you come up with. So, I guess Visions has started the process. He hasn't told me that he started, but I would assume he started. So, I told him, let me know. And then as soon as he's done, I'm going to pay Visions. That's Visions and I's first commission. That's my first commission to Visions, to have him make me something for my channel. Any other time I've just bought his merch. Or Visions has hooked me up with free merch. But I'm really looking forward. Money well spent. I've got a Fears Man 26 mug, and plus I need, an official mug whenever I'm doing my streams. Because we all know Fears drinks his coffee. I have other mugs. That's why I have, if the Fears Man 26 mug is dirty, in the dishwasher, or the Randy mug is dirty in the dishwasher, then Fears will just grab one of his nerdy mugs. So, the Fears Man 26 mug right now, this is not the Fears Man 26 mug. It's dirty. It's in the dishwasher. I'm going to do a bunch of dishwashing before I go into work. So, yeah. And give me 1 second. I need to message Visions to let him know that I am live. So, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right. Feel free to comment in the chat. Give me 1 second here. I sent him a message, but I never got a response. So let me just... Vision said he's been staying up late at night working on projects. He said, yeah, Fears, sometimes I'll stay up all the way to like 4 or 5 in the morning, and then I don't get up until like noonish or 1ish. So that's why I started the stream at 1. I thought, maybe... But he said Vision said anytime I miss a stream, I'll rewatch it, and I went, all right, cool. All right, he hasn't looked at the message yet, but I'm gonna send him more. I just said I am streaming right now. I hope you can make the show. All right. He could be still sleeping. Anyway. All right. Still no comments yet, but again, it's 1:36 in the afternoon. A lot of people are at work. A lot of people do not have Fears' schedule. So I may get a lot of comments today. I may not get any, but there's been times where I've had to carry the show with no comments, but that's not a problem for me. I like to entertain you guys. Also, I haven't thanked you guys in a long time. I want to thank you guys for all the loyal support, all the loyal fans. Your guys' love is above and beyond. It's amazing. And I'll be honest, listen, Fears is not perfect, I hate when I get into arguments with people on camera. I hate when the trolls get me mad on camera. I've been really trying to not say anything negative about anyone. Even if I don't like them, I'll just be like, look, you guys know I don't like that person. I'm not talking about him, or not, or I try not to even bring up their name. So, because you can hate someone or dislike someone, and because if I say something, then someone's gonna tell them, and then that just causes more like chaos. Um, so I've been really trying not to, cave into their stupid bullshit because they love getting a reaction out of me. They live for that.
No, I don't like that.
They live for that, and they live for it. Oh shit! I forgot to put in my headphones. Fuck! Give me 1 second. So yeah, they live for getting a reaction out of me, and I'll admit sometimes it's really hard not to give them a reaction, because they have a way of just like digging the knife in, and it sucks. It sucks when I cave in and say some stupid shit to them because that's all they want. So I bet you they would go away if I didn't say anything, But anyway, sorry I forgot to plug in my mic. Give me 1 second here. Hello. Hello. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. Is it turned on? Is it turned on? Hello. 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 Okay. I think it's on because I heard the little click. All right. Cool beans. All right. So now you guys can hear me a little bit better. All right. Here we go. So that's pretty much all the updates. But yeah, I forgot to tell you guys about that. I really have been just trying to do my own thing. By the way, I uploaded a video last. It was either last night or early this morning of Stone Cold Steve Austin Santa versus Vince McMahon. My own little version. Randy did his version, but then I uploaded my little version. Today I'm gonna be working on 2 videos. If not 2, hopefully 3. I'm gonna try and get up the two other projects that Randy took of my footage and did his own little thing. Well, I'm gonna do my own little thing of my footage that Randy worked on. So my version of that. And I always appreciate when Randy. That's why I told Randy. I said, you love making these projects out of your own content and my content. And he's like, Fears. He goes, anytime. And Randy's such a good friend, a good guy. Literally, he didn't say it like this, but he said it in his own words. He said something to the effect last weekend. He said, anytime I can help you as a friend and your channel grow, he goes, Fierce, if you get big, then then you can help me get big. I said, Randy, listen, we're buddies, we're pals. I said, I love you like a brother. I said, if I became a massive YouTuber first, like if I got like 1 million tomorrow, if I got 1 million tomorrow, I said, I would totally help you, Randy. And that's why I'm always trying to help. Like I plugged Randy's book yesterday, and I'm going to plug it right now. It says 13 writing mistakes, how to fix them. So Randy gave me a free copy of it last weekend. So it's only, how many pages is it? I forgot. It's give me 1 second here. It is 29 pages. So I'm going to read this real quick. And I'm going to do an analysis of it, and I'm going to review it. But if you want your own copy, 13 Writing Mistakes and How to Fix Them, first edition by Randy Brown, go to Amazon and write in Randy Paul Brown, and it should pop up. Or it's either under Randy Paul Brown or it's under Randy Brown, and you'll find it. Also, Randy's other works is the little memory book, 7 Little Tricks That Make a Big Difference. Quantify and Achieve Your Goals, the book on comedy, Every Day is Magic. So Randy has wrote 1, 2, 3, 4. This is his 5th book. And I'm very proud of him. I don't have too many friends that are writers. So I think that's so incredibly cool that Randy, is going for his dreams. He is fulfilling his dreams, writing. So that's why I always appreciate when Randy takes my footage, makes it even better because I've said it a million times. I'm a okay editor, but Randy is a way better editor than I am. I'm always trying to hone my skills, but Randy, man, he's on point with some shit. And Randy helps me become a better editor too. So, give me 1 second. So, anytime Randy makes like a little project of mine, Randy's like so cool. I'm like, yeah, upload my version of your footage to your channel, Fierce, because in the end, it's your footage. And I said, okay, cool. Also, like he'll let me upload it, like if I'm in an episode of Cameo Man, unless Randy tells me not to, because there is some projects that he likes just to keep on his channel. Normally, I can upload every episode of Cameo Man because I have my voice in it. I play Cody, and of course, I upload Fears Man and stuff. So Randy, I just wanted to show my appreciation. So that's the second to the last update, and the last update, what was it? Oh, so I was looking at my finances. Either in 1 month or 2 months, I've been saving for my trip to go visit uh Visions next year, and my mom and my brother and my grandma. So I think I can. I think either in a month or in 2 months, I'm gonna try to go to Disney World. I don't know what park yet because I have yet to. I have yet to go to any of the parks in a long time. Like the last time I went was right before COVID started. So, and I love the park. So anytime I can get to go. Plus, it's so expensive to get a pass. And whenever my buddy Eric lived down here, he said, "Oh, Fears," he goes, "those passes," he goes, "they're worth it." He goes, "But I had to buy them in spurts." And I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, first I bought like my SeaWorld pass, and then I just went to SeaWorld for like 6 to 8 months. And then when I got enough money, I bought a Universal pass. Then I bought, like 6 months down the road, I saved up, and then I bought my fucking Disney pass." And I was like, well, I'm like, SeaWorld's okay. I'm like, but I said, if I buy a pass, it's definitely going to be for Universal and Disney, because I like those more than SeaWorld. I've only been to SeaWorld. I mean, I like SeaWorld, but I've only went to SeaWorld maybe 3 times in my life. Once with my parents, once with me and my buddy Eric, and then we did like and then the second time was with my family again, but we took our British family, so it was like my American family and our British family, and we all went there. So I've only been there like 3 or 4 times. Yo, Heroes, what's going on? How you been, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see. He is the myth. He's the man. He's the legend. He is Heroes and Villains collectibles. So, buddy, let me know, what did you think of the trailer? I watched your reaction, but I wanted to get your opinion on my like in my chat so I could read it. So you guys all know how I felt about the trailer. I didn't do a live reaction to the trailer. I just told you guys like in one of the last few streams. I said I watched it. Of course, I mean, Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael, they're all great. But Fears is two faves. It would go in this order. Michelangelo is the shit. He's always going to be my favorite. He's the party animal. He's the party dude. Eating pizza every 5 seconds. Then Raph's my second favorite. He's cool, but he's rude. And then it would be Donatello, super smart. And then nothing against Leo. I know Heroes and Villains' favorite is Leo. But he was always serious because he was the leader. Every once in a while, he would crack a joke, with Mikey, but he had to lead, So, I watched the trailer. It's good, but the animation is spectacular. But I just don't know about the story. And like I said, I would love to see another live action. I would love to see another live action movie. And the one with Megan Fox does not count because they put in the turtles digitally. I want to see from the '80s. Like I kid you not, Heroes. I think you can attest to this. I think you'll agree with me. The guys in the turtle suits were the best versions. Their eyes moved, their mouths opened up, they had muscles, they looked real. I want to see another one. I don't understand why they wouldn't make more of those. Because now, with all this technology, they could make the suits look 10 times more realistic because Hollywood, they've grown from leaps and bounds from the 80s to now. So if they did do guys in turtle suits again, seriously, like they could have a massive shell on their back, like the mask and like the muscles and the turtle suit would look way more realistic. I'm just saying. I don't know. Heroes, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Um, anyone else? We got 6 people watching. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I think that's all the updates. I'm trying to. Did I leave anything out? Talked about my mom. Talked about my grandma. Talked about the convention if I'm going or not this weekend. Me and Sam hopefully can hang out this weekend. He said he wanted to. Last week when I talked to him at work, work's going good. Told everyone that I'm probably going to Disney in about a month or two because I haven't been in a long time. So I just don't know which park. I'm thinking it's going to be down to one of these two. It's either going to be Epcot and do all the Avenger shit because I haven't got to do it yet, or Fears may just go buck wild, save up my money, and just go and do Galaxy's Edge and just solely Galaxy's Edge. Well, hang on. Well, I should say Fears always watches the Indiana Jones stunt show whenever I go to Hollywood Studios, so it'll probably be, just sneak off, do a little because fucking Indiana Jones is great. Literally, I've got some of his movie props right over there. So, the word is a few, not all, but not yet. Eventually, I'll get all the Indiana Jones props. That's right. Before I die, every little Indiana Jones prop will be right over there. Or whenever I get a bigger house or a condo, whatever, they will come with me. So I'll probably do that, and then Galaxy's Edge. So I'll let you guys know when I decide. So yeah, but I'm telling you, next year, Visions has no idea. Visions, we're going buck wild when I come to see you. And literally, Visions wrote me secretly and was like, Fears, like, I'm kind of excited. I was like, I'm excited too, buddy. And I could tell he was like trying to home back, I was like, Visions, I'm like, we just got to go buck wild, buddy. And now the coffin thing, I've even discussed the Vision. I was like, the coffin thing, that's kind of freaking me out. But I don't judge people. I'm like, Visions, you want to sleep in a coffin with Mrs. Visions? I don't know how both of them can fit in the coffin, but apparently they can. I was like, look, I can either stay in a hotel, I said, or I'll sleep on the floor. I said, just give me a pillow, just give me a blanket. I'm ready to rock and roll. It doesn't take, look, I'm getting old. It doesn't take long for Fears to have a nap. Either on here, I've slept on the floor. I had my aunt came to visit a couple of years ago, and one of my and she brought one of my little cousins. One of my little cousins was like 13, 14. I can't remember how old he is. But I said, hey, buddy, I said, you sleep on the couch. I'm going to let, my Aunt Donna, my Uncle Steve, they can sleep in my bed. And Fears slept literally with a pillow and blanket right there. Because my family comes first. So I gave my little cousin, he's like 13 or 14, coolest little kid ever, quick as a whip. He's smart, man. And he still loves Legos. So if you guys remember in some of the old vlogs, whenever I had Thanksgiving, with my family, he always ran up in the vlog, hey, John, can we play with Legos? I think the better question is why would we not have a Lego build-off? I'm like, you grab those Legos and let's play with them, buddy. Let's do it. So I got him in the old vlogs playing with Legos. I built a spaceship. Hell yeah. Fucking Legos are cool. Heroes, have you got any new Legos, man? Oh, no, wait. I know you did. You showed me you've got the new fucking, oh, it was in your, you had it on the stream. You had it, oh, what the fuck was it? Don't tell me in the chat. Hang on. You just got it, and the last time you were a guest on my show, you showed it to me. Oh, fuck. The Iron Man mask, and then the gauntlet hand. Oh, not the fucking gauntlet. Whatever that fucking hand that guy wears with the Infinity Stones. It's like the glove. I guess, is it the gauntlet or whatever the fuck that glove is called? But I'm pretty proud of myself that I remembered the Infinity Stones. Usually, you guys know, Fears would forget that. So, Heroes, have you finished those yet? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you've built those yet. But yeah, yo, Richie, what's going on? Richie says, hey, Fears. Heroes and Villains said yo yo yo, and then Richie said hi. What's up, buddy? So those are the only 2 people that have said hello yet. Richie, I keep meaning to ask you, and I forgot, or you never answered me the last time. You don't have to tell the fans where you work, because I don't want trolls like trolling you. But did you ever find a job, or are you still at the bowling alley, or did you find a new job? Let me know, because I'm curious. Because you never told me. I hope whatever you get, buddy, or whatever you have, I hope work's going well. But just say yay or nay in the chat. Let me know. That's what it is. Lego Nano Gauntlet and Lego Iron Man. Uh, oh yes. Now, are they? Did you put them all together, heroes? Are they fully together yet? I knew the hand. I knew it was something the fucking gauntlet or some shit. I just couldn't remember. But it's got the Infinity Stones in it, and it's that purple guy, that purple son of a bitch, that wears the gauntlet, and that he basically just tells all of the Avengers like, "Hey, fuck you, I'm gonna change the universe," and then they end up turning into ash and shit. Like, fuck that purple guy. What the hell? I'm like, what? You don't like the universe? Like, hey, everyone's got problems. Be killing Steve Rogers and fucking, um, the Hulk and everybody else. What the hell? Let's see. Hero says, I just got them. Still have to build them on Lego Chat. Oh, that's what's up, buddy. Dude, the fans are going to fucking love that. Thanos. Fuck Thanos, man. What the hell? You don't like the universe? Fuck Thanos. Thanos. He's such a son of a bitch. And he's like he's like a cocky son of a bitch. He's like, oh yeah, he's like, look, I'm going to put on my fucking glove, my fucking gauntlet, and I'm going to terrorize the fucking universe. And if I was Captain America, I'd be like, oh yeah, you think so? Well, guess what? Me and my fucking Avenger, buddy, we're going to tear you a new asshole. What do you think about that? That's right. Well, heroes, I'm looking forward to you building both of those. Anyway, Richie, let me know. I hope whatever job you have, buddy, I hope it's going good. I really do. Yo, Tyler the Hacker, what's going on? Well, I think that's all the updates. So I'm gonna start with Fears. I did like a mini Walmart haul. I was almost out of food midweek. I usually buy all my groceries on the weekend, but I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it to this weekend. So I said, so I went and bought some food. While I was there, I got a mini haul. So yeah. So I'll show you guys my mini haul. So the first one that I got in the mini haul was this. I've been on a Disney kick. Last time I watched 101 Dalmatians, Fears used to watch this all the time. The Lady and the Tramp. Classic story. The perfect lady dog meets kind of a scruffy kind of dog from the streets, and they fall in love. And then they have that classic scene where they're eating spaghetti and meatballs. Classic scene. Classic Disney scene. And I thought, you know what? I'm like, I like cartoon movies. I'm like, I'm at fucking Walmart. So this is the first part of the haul. Yo, Cameo Man, what's going on? Let's see. Hero says Thanos has Infinity Gauntlet, which I have now. Yeah, but fuck Thanos. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, Heroes? Like, he thinks he can just, like, rule the fucking universe. How dare he be like, oh yeah, I'm fucking destroying everybody in the universe. Hey, guess what, fucko? You live in the universe too, so why the fuck would you use the Infinity Stone? That's what I'm talking about. Like, he just destroys everybody. I'm like, hey, you're a fucking living being. If you destroy the fucking universe, you're going with it, you ass fuck, So, fuck Thanos, But then I love it. The Avengers are like, oh, we're not going out with a fight. And Thanos is like, yeah, you are. And he's like, oh, no, we're not. And then Steve Rogers comes in, the leader, kicks ass and takes names. Fuck yeah. Yep. DVD Blu-ray guy. What's going on this weekend? What's going on this weekend? I'm either going to a toy convention or me and Sam's hanging out. If Sam's up to it. Like, remember I told you guys Sam's going through some shit? Like, I work with Sam. He's a great buddy. And he said, hey, Fears, like, I'm going through some shit right now. So, I don't know when I'll be able to hang out. And he told me, and it's not my place to say what's going on with him. He's just going through some hard shit. And I said, well, hey, man. I said, I'll give you a couple of days. I said, just let me know. So, last week he said that he'd be up to for hanging out. I don't know if that meant during the week or this weekend. So, possibly I hang out with Sam. And I'm on the fence. Either I'm going to go see the new Scream movie, because I watched the trailer and it looked pretty good. So either that, or I'm going to Jeff's, whatever it's called, the Collector's Con. I think it's Well, they've done it 3 years in a row, so it's like the Collector's Con Part 3 or some shit. Yo, Boomer! A blast from the past. My buddy Tommy. My buddy Tom that I've told you guys about from St. Louis, Missouri. This is a rare appearance. Too bad I'm almost out of stream time. I would have invited my buddy on. Well, hey, buddy, the next time you're in the chat, I will definitely shoot you a link, and you can come on. So, yeah. Fuck yeah. So, Tommy, I've told some of the fans about some of our Jackass days. Again, you know, fears is memory. I tried to tell them as best from what I remember. I told them about the poop pump, about Nick just going crazy, smearing poop on the pump, and like me, you, Trent, Jesse, all of us in the fucking car just giggling our asses off. I told the one about Eric in the trunk, duct taped, running across whatever, either the street or the highway or whatever it was. So I did my best. We all know fears is memory. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I always try and work on it. I try to remember as much as possible, but yeah. Oh, Tommy, I already talked to Trent. They love all the little words that Trent made up. Gung, chung, bung, all of them. My fucking fans, they love it. Buddy, it's been a while since me and Tom talked. Buddy, my fans, it's grown from leaps and bounds. I actually have more fans on TikTok. Let me get the official number because I don't want to lie. The official number of fans on TikTok. We're growing from leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds. Hang on, let me. Oh, so fucking ads. Hang on. Too many fucking ads. So the official total is 8,235 followers on TikTok. So we're getting there. I'm trying to get some of my fans off of TikTok to mosey on over to my YouTube, and then let me check the official. On Fears Vlogs, we're up to 1,292, so not too bad. On Fears Man, we're at 2,422. So we're making progress. I'm telling you guys, it's so hard. I don't know how these massive, Casey Neistat, one of my favorite YouTubers in the entire world, he's got 10 million followers. I don't know how the fuck he got that, and he got it quick. Fucking Roman Atwood, he's got 15 million. Fears puts out a lot of content, of different kinds. I try to please everybody, and so far I haven't even hit 10K yet. But, we do our best. We try. Hero says, what's good? Let me catch up. Oh, yo, Cameo Man, Lord Randall. Richie says, fears, don't read it out loud, but check the Discord. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll check it out. Hang on. I can do that. Give me 1 second. I can do that. 2 seconds. Well, yeah, because I was just curious, Richie. I know you were having, I know you used to work at the bowling alley. And then I think when COVID happened, I think you said you lost your job. Listen, everybody, a lot of people lost their job. COVID sucks so bad. Thank God things are getting better. Let's see here. Oh, okay. That's cool, Richie. Well, listen, hey, man, I'm glad that you got yourself a job. Okay. Awesome, man. I'm looking at the Discord right now. I'm reading your message right now. Dude, I'm so glad that you're working and keeping busy, man. Awesome. Because I was worried, man. I was like, man, hopefully Richie either keeps his old job or gets a new job. So I'm glad you got a job. So yeah, that's awesome. Boomer goes, well, yeah. That's one of our classics too. Oh yeah, that's a classic. Now, Tom, I don't remember who made that up. I don't know if that's a Fears-ism, because we all said it back in the day. Yeah. Eric said it, Tom said it, I've said it, there's different versions of it though. Oh yeah, there's that, and then there's the real quick one, yeah, like that, and the thing is, you have to say it as quickly as possible. I guess you can extend it, but whenever we were younger, it was more funny if you just said it real just as quickly as fucking possible. So that's always a good one. I don't remember who came up with that one though, buddy. Maybe Trent? I know Trent came up with a lot of shit back then. We all added our own little quirks. We all added our little isms, Fears has got a lot of isms. Like, but my favorite one, my most legendary one that Fear says is, well, I think the better question is why wouldn't you do that? And I've always lived by that. You only, you only live life once. So Fear's like, if someone's like, hey, Fears, we should go to the mall and like go see that movie. I'm like, well, I think the better question is why wouldn't we do that? Trent was mocking a guy. That's right. Yeah, but so technically Trent. Okay, so Trent technically didn't invent it. Then he was mocking a guy. That's right. I'll tell you what. Oh no, wait. I need to tell him this story, Tom. About yeah, fucking Rodney. I didn't tell you guys about Rodney. So Rodney, for some reason, this was more Trent and Eric and Tom's thing. But I eventually, when we got to high school, I eventually ran into Rodney, and because I associated with Tom and Trent and Eric and Jesse and all those guys, he just instantly hated me. So this happened at lunch. But Trent and Eric and Tommy would go nuts on this guy Rodney. I don't know why they would just go nuts on him. So one day, lunch was almost done, and Rodney walked by, and I just turned and was like, "Oh hey there, Rodney," and he went, "Shut up, Fears," and he turned, chucked a donut at me, and I guess I turned around at the right time, grabbed the donut in midair, fucking guzzled it up in my fucking mouth, and then I went, "Oh yeah," and that got him enraged. He was like, "Whatever, man," and then he just like took off, and I was like, "Oh yeah, fucking Rodney," but it was perfect timing though when he threw it. So I don't know if Tom was there for that one. I think Eric was, but I remember doing that. Now I didn't know that, Tom. I did not know that Trent mocked a guy with the "oh yeah." We all kept saying it. I just couldn't remember who fucking invented it though. But yeah, let's see. DVD Blue guy. I'm sorry. DVD Blu-ray guy goes, was Trent, Eric, and Tom all friends before you came into the group? Yes. So I went to South Middle. They went to North Middle. And they went to North Middle. So I did not meet the guys, the core group of guys until ninth grade. So because I went to South Middle. And I met Eric through wrestling. And then I don't remember this. Eric said that we met at lunch one day. I don't remember that encounter, but he said, "Hey, Fears." I was like walking with my tray of food, and the way Eric said, he goes, "Hey, Fears." He remembered me from wrestling practice, and he said, "Hey, Fears, why don't you come over and sit down?" I don't remember the encounter. The first encounter that I remember was signing up. I remember I met Eric at registration, and we were signing up for our classes. So this was like end of eighth grade going into ninth grade, and I remember talking to him, and I remember he was in line to sign up for wrestling. And then I didn't see him again in my memory until wrestling practice. I don't remember the whole sitting down for lunch, but Eric's got a way better memory than I, so I trust Eric with my life. I guarantee you that's where the first time we met was at lunch, and we just started chatting. But I did not meet Tom until Eric said, "Hey, buddy, you got to meet my friend." And I came over one day, and the first hangout that I remember, there was this girl that really liked Tom, and Tom wasn't into her, and Tom kept stealing her shoes and like going nuts on her. Remember that, Tom? Whatever her name was. But I don't really remember. I just remember fragments of the first encounter, me and Tom. But yeah, and then we've been buddies ever since. I love all the guys like my brothers. They're not even like friends anymore. They're like my brothers. Tom's like a brother to me. Trent's like a brother to me. Eric's like a brother to me. Good old Jesse. Someone is in here. Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. Okay. I remember now. Thank you, Tom. So, the very first encounter was Eric's like, "Hey, Fierce, you gotta, like, I'm gonna introduce you to my buddy Tom. He's fucking a goofy guy. He's hilarious." And I went, "Okay." I'm like, "Okay." So I remember we go over to Tom's house. We went somewhere to hang out. And I told him, "Hey, guys, I gotta use the restroom." And Tom and Eric's thing was they would just bug the shit out of me whenever I'd be in the bathroom. So, like, they would wait a couple of seconds, and I'd do my business, go to the bathroom, and all of a sudden you'd hear knock, 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 and then I was always raised, whenever you're in the bathroom, to say, "Someone's in here, I'll be out in a minute," and they thought that was great. So they would be like, knock, 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 and my patience has gotten a lot better over the years, but back then I had zero to no patience. So they'd go, knock, 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 and I'd be like, "Yeah, someone's in here." And then a minute would go by. Knock, knock, knock. I'm like, yo, somebody's in here. And then, like, 2 minutes would go by. Knock, knock, and I'm like, yo, someone's fucking in here. Like, what the hell? I'm trying to take a shit. And so they thought that was great. Yeah, this was at the gas station. Thank you, Tom. So this was at the gas station. And it would go on for minutes, upon minutes. And that got me so enraged. Like, yo, someone is in here. What the hell? I'm like, I'm in the bathroom. And then all of a sudden I'd open the door, and then like Tom or Eric would be like, oh, hey there, buddy. I'm like, oh, you guys are idiots. And then, so yeah, that was great. But no, Tom blew my mind. I had no idea. I forgot that Trent was mocking some guy. That's right. Yeah, I know. Tom, another story I told them, it was, we were at that party, and it was either Eric or somebody walked out of that room, like butt-ass naked with fucking moccasin shoes on. I told them the one party, like, where Trent was like, hey, Fierce, like, if you drink all this alcohol, like, I'll let you, like, grab Meredith's ass for, like, 5 seconds. And I was like, oh, yeah? And then like, I remember, like him just passing the shot. Go ahead, Fierce, just go ahead and down this. And I'm like, oh, yeah? I was fucking down. I downed, like, 3 or 4 shots. And he's like, all right, Fierce, go ahead. And I was like, whew. Listen, even though Meredith was kind of annoying, she had a great ass. I'm just giving credit where credit is due. All right, let me get back to the... Well, Richie, I'm glad that you got a job, buddy. I won't reveal your job because you know how the trolls are. I don't want them going nuts at your job. But I was worried about you, man. You've been a fan and a friend for so long. I'm glad that you were able to find a job either during COVID or after COVID. I'm glad that you got a new job, buddy. That's awesome. But yeah, to answer your question, DVD Blu-ray guy, yeah, Tom, Eric, and Trent, and Jesse, they all knew each other before. So I did not meet them until 9th grade. And then once I was invited into the group, and also we also hung out with this Brian guy, but Brian's not really in the group anymore. He just kind of fizzled out. I don't know what happened. Like Eric, the way Eric told me, he said, hey, Fears, like, I haven't heard from Brian in years. And I said, I haven't either. I said, I went to his wedding, and I said, we were still buddy, and I still have Brian on my Facebook. So every once in a blue moon, I'll hear from him, but he used to be like 2 peas in the pods with everybody, so I don't know what happened to him. And then there was this Nick guy that would kind of hang out with us, but he was kind of off to the side. Sometimes Nick would be part of the group, sometimes he wouldn't. And Nick's the crazy guy that did the poop pump, so yeah. But the core group was me, and it still is the core group. Me, Tom, Jesse, Eric, and Trent. Those 5 guys. That's always been the core group of guys, and I love all those guys to death. Like when I get married, if I ever get married, hopefully I'm running out of time. I've been trying to find a Mrs. Fears. All those guys, and Tom, I can't wait to hang out with you and Eric. I haven't decided when I'm coming. I thought I would mix it up a little bit because I always come around Halloween because Halloween, it's my birthday and I fucking love Halloween. But my mom and me were talking. And she's like, why don't you mix it up? Why don't you come like, in the summer? And I said, well, I can't come around Christmas. I said, I guarantee you my job will not allow me to come around Christmas because that's when they're so busy. And, but I said, I'll try, Mom. So I'm on the fence. Like, do I come again around Halloween? Because Halloween is much more cooler in Missouri, guys, than out here. Yeah, they got some cool haunted houses in Florida, but Missouri, there's like fall leaves everywhere, fucking pumpkins everywhere, a million haunted houses. There's amazing, probably the best haunted houses I've told you guys about. Downtown St. Louis, the Darkness is without a doubt the best haunted house, if not in the state, in the Midwest. I mean, it's like an abandoned. What is it, Tom? I know it's some type of abandoned factory. They always rent it out, or they own it now, because I remember driving by it one time, and they had the Darkness sign on the abandoned warehouse. So now they own that warehouse, but it used to be something else. I don't know what used to be there, but it used to be a factory. And then once that business went under, the Darkness, whoever owns the Darkness, I don't know who owns the Darkness, but whoever owns it said, oh, that's a big factory. We'll just buy it. And every year, they put on a massive fucking show in this, I'm talking the warehouse inside. It's fucking massive. It's huge. And I've even bought some merch. I bought some Darkness sunglasses from there. I've got them somewhere. Probably back in storage in Missouri. The Darkness t-shirt. I bought 2 t-shirts there because they sell good merch. So, yeah. So if you guys are ever in St. Louis, definitely check that out. Larry says, hey, buddy, good day. How are you? Well, Tom's always been. He's not a new mod. Tom, my buddy Tom, he's always been a mod. So, uh, the mods I have now are Tom, because I trust Tom with my life because he's one of my best friends. Tom, and then Visions, and then my new buddy Sam that I work with. Because Sam I trust pretty good too because me and Sam's been hanging out for a while. Tom says I don't recall that. Yeah, it was. I just remember visions of it, Tom. We were over at your house, and some girl came over, and I was just watching. I wanted nothing to do with it, but you and Eric kept stealing her shoes from her. She was just, like trying to put on her shoes and leave after the hangout, and you guys just kept stealing her shoes, throwing the shoes back and forth. I don't remember what her name was, but this happened. Ask Eric about it. This did happen. I just don't remember the girl's name. Yo, Tinder Immortal, what's up? Let's see here. Let me scroll down here. Oh, yep, that's another good one. That's another good one, Tom. That is another good one. Yeah. Silo X is great too. Yeah. So there's two. There's two types of horror, not horror. I almost said horror movies. There's two types of haunted houses. Creep World is in St. Louis, and Creep World has like 13. So they have one big haunted house, which is Silo X, and then they have a bunch of like 13 like little mini haunted houses. So you go through the main one, and then it kind of like cuts off, and then you go through all these little mini ones. So that's always good too. I forgot about that one, Tom. That one's good too. But my favorite, my favorite by far. Oh, I mean, all the little mini ones are pretty cool. But if I had to pick, it would be a split between Silo X and the Darkness. I mean, those two are really good. So yeah, let's see here. Um, Yo, Pixel, what's going on? You would like Silo X as well. Oh yeah, it's good. It's good, Pixel. Yeah, if you ever go, if you ever go, both of those conventions are. I mean, both of those haunted houses are great. I'll be right back. Fears the Crohn's is kicking in, and I have to use the restroom. So I'll be right back. 2 minutes. All right, sorry about that. When you gotta go, you gotta go. So yeah, let's see. But yeah, Pixel, if you ever get a chance, Tom, Pixel and me have been online buddies for a while. We've been trying to get a hangout. So Pixel, whether you come to visit me or I come to visit you in North Carolina, if you ever go to St. Louis, buddy, I'm telling you, you'll love Silo X and fucking The Darkness. They're fucking amazing, dude. Amazing. Uh, Tom says you'll Pixel. You'll probably like Darkness better because. Oh wait, that's right. That's right. I remember that. That's another one. No, I think I've told him that story, Tom. Oh no, Tom's not saying that to Pixel. Tom's saying that to me. He said you'll probably like Darkness better because you got lost in a dark maze with Michael Myers at Silo X for an hour. I did. I did. So I'll retell that story. So we're all together in a line, and Silo X, it's pretty dark. And uh, my buddy Eric's wife doesn't like to go in the front, so she's holding on to Eric. Either Tom's in the back. Oh no, I'm in the back because I got lost. So Eric's in the front, then Aaron, then Tom, then me, and maybe Jesse was with us. I can't remember. I know Trent wasn't with us. And the lights kept coming on and off. And this is how I remember it. All of a sudden, the lights came on, and they're gone. They're gone. So yeah, that's right. Tom's got many stories. Well, I've got many stories that I can't share in public. That's right. So, Pixel, if we ever hang out off camera, I'll tell you some stories because we've got a shitload of stories. Seriously. So yeah, we got a lot of stories. That's right. So the lights came on. This is how I remember it. All my friends are gone, and I'm like, what the hell? And when Tom says there's a maze, holy shit, it was a maze, dude. So of course I got lost because I'm like, well, it's a fucking maze, and it's hard. Like there's almost no light in there. All of a sudden, when the light came on, there's Michael Myers standing right in my face, and I'm like, oh shit. And because I love Michael Myers, I'm like, oh shit, here's my favorite, like, movie horror master guy. So I'm like, I'll just fuck with this guy's mind. And I'm like, oh hey Michael, and I'm like doing this, like, twirling my little head like in his face and shit. He's not moving. He's not moving whatsoever. Right? Not at all. He's not moving. So Fears, what do? I just sit down on the ground. I just go like that. I look up and I just start studying him. And he doesn't move. And then all of a sudden the lights come back on. He's gone. So I start walking. Walk for about 5 or 10 minutes trying to get out of here. And I don't know how he got behind me because I never saw him walk, but the lights kept going on and off. So he must have walked behind me. So all of a sudden I just hear footsteps. I turn around. The lights go on. There he is in my face again. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, he's fucking behind me. So then I really start fucking with his mind. I was like, Michael, hold me. And I'm just going nuts. Anyway, all of a sudden, I make my way out. Everyone's there, and they're like, Fierce, what the hell? They're like, you've been in there for an hour. And I was like, I don't remember what I said, Tom, so maybe you can fill in the blanks, but what I remember, I just said, look, I was trying to find my way out. It's a fucking maze in there. I said, I didn't mean to hold you guys up, but I said I was lost. Then I told Tom and Eric, I was like, dude, I met up with Michael Myers in there, and there. So I wish I could remember more of it, but that's how I remember it. So yeah, that's how I remember more. So yeah. Larry says, Tommy, you're the one who dunked Fears in the dunk tank. No. That was Eric. Eric threw the ball, and I went into the dunk tank. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, Tom, I told him about the dunk tank. I almost got expelled doing that. That was legendary. I got the last 2 weeks in school in detention. Every single day for the last 2 or 3 weeks. All right, I missed some comments. Let's see here. Tommy, you should go on a stream and tell us some stories about Fears. Well, it depends on... Tommy's right. It depends on what stories. Because... some of them are embarrassing. I don't really get mad at my friends, but Tommy and Eric sometimes have a way of annoying Fears too, just like you guys do. So, like I said, my patience has gotten better over the years because I don't like to get mad at my friends, and they're not trying to piss me off. They're just, they're just teasing me, like all friends do. So, I try to let that happen less and less. Like the last time I was in town. Nobody got me mad, and then the last 2 times I came into town, nobody got me mad. So, Fears has grown from leaps and bounds. I try not to sweat the little things, Let's see here. Pixel said, you should have taken Michael Myers off to a side area. That's some alone time. Well, we kind of did, Pixel, because, like I said, the lights kept going on and off, and he just would not move. He's just staring at me. So I said, oh, I know what I'll do. I said, I'll just sit down like Indian style. So I sat down Indian style on the ground, and I just sat up, and I just looking at him, and he's just looking down at me. And he's got the whole knife in his hand and the whole 9 yards, and it had fake blood on it or whatever the hell it was. And he just kept studying me, and I just kept studying him.
And all of a sudden, the lights, I got up, and then when I got up and started walking, the lights came back on, and they just kept going on and off. That's what made getting out of the maze so hard, because you thought you were going the right way, and then all of a sudden, it would be pitch black for like 5 minutes, and you wouldn't know when the lights were going to come on. You know what I'm saying? So you could go 10 minutes, and all of a sudden the lights came back on. I'm like, all right, I got to quickly figure out where I am and then go that way. And that's when he kept popping up. Then other people kept popping up. But Michael was the main guy that I remember. But yeah. Uh, oh yeah. DVD Blu-ray. Tom and Eric has witnessed some classic Fears Freakouts, legendary Fears Freakouts. The best one is I made some girl cry. I had enough. I'm like, she's ruined my burger too many times, and it's embarrassing. Like now, I try to give like people a lot of patience, like because I've worked fast food before. You're bound to make a mistake here and there. But back in the day, I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I have the most simplest order on the goddamn planet. I'm like, you fucking bitch. I'm like, take a fucking bun, put a piece of meat on it, put some mustard on it, put some pickles, and then put the fucking bun back on. Do it. And apparently, some manager came out, and he's like, you got my employee crying back there. I don't give a damn. I'm like, she should listen. I mean, I was pissed. So I really regret that one. I think before I left, I did end up apologizing, but that was probably, I don't know if it was the biggest Fears freak out, but it was definitely one of them. I so regret doing it now. Like I said, I've grown from leaps and bounds. Like now, I wouldn't scream at someone. I would just be like, okay, it's getting kind of annoying. Can you just fix my burger real quick? But back in the day, I would not. I would deliver them a verbal ass kicking if they got my food wrong. It would just annoy the hell out of me. But I try not to do that anymore. So yeah. But Pixel, that is hilarious. You should have taken Michael Myers off to the side. Yeah, just get some alone time. Hey, Michael, what's up? You killed anybody recently? Oh yeah. But yeah. Let's see. But yeah, it was. He freaked out at McDonald's because hash browns were 2 for 1, but he only wanted. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I'm telling you. But yeah, but you live and you grow, and But yeah, so that one was kind of embarrassing. Well, Tom, it's good to hear from you, buddy. I tried to call you a few times. I haven't talked to Tom in a minute. But yeah, listen, we all do stupid things like when we're young. I've grown up a lot. But oh yeah, that was some classic Fears freakouts from back in the day. I don't know why I'm so hot. I need to turn on my air. Give me 1 second. I'm boiling in here. I need to turn it down. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, I remember that too. Yeah. Well, the thing is, in Fears' brain, like back then, I was like, I don't want fucking 2 hash browns. I'm like, I've told you guys what I want. I'm like, I'm not hungry for fucking two. And what I should have been like, all right, yeah, I'll just give it to somebody else. That's what I should have did. Or been like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll just save it for later. But I was like determined. I was like, no, no, I want fucking one. I'm like, I know what I want. Don't tell me. Like I'm so yeah, it was bad. It was bad. But like I said, I've grown leaps and bounds, from there. So I try not to do that anymore. I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. I'll just save it for later. If they have that same deal going on at like whatever place I go to, or I'll just politely say, oh no, thank you. I just want one. So yeah, so yeah. So don't be telling all the stories, Tom. Well, I mean, I don't care really, but I don't want all the stories told. But Listen, God, it was hot in here. I had to turn on the fan. But definitely, I've definitely grown leaps and bounds. So yeah, why would he freak out over giving more stuff? I know. I don't know why. I just, whenever. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, seriously, I'm still kind of stubborn in some ways, you know, but I've opened up a lot more. Back in the day, I was like, no, I'm not going to apologize. I'm like, fuck her. I'm like, she messed up my order, and they're like, Fears, you go apologize now. I'm like, whatever, fine. But now I feel horrible about that stuff. So I try to not freak out in public at all. You know, like I said, I've grown leaps and bounds. So definitely, Tom could tell you some stories. But you know what? I will say this: I didn't always get it. We all got it. Like Tom and Eric would go nuts on our buddy Jesse. Jesse's kind of overweight a little bit, so they would call him fat fuck all the time. So we all got it. It wasn't just me. You know, they'd go nuts on Trent. Eric would go nuts on Tom. Tom would go nuts on Eric. So we all got it. I just got it a lot because Fears always gave the best reaction. So yeah, I try not to, but just like the trolls, Tom and Eric have a way of like getting it out of you. But not a lot of that goes on anymore. Like now we just kind of hang out. Like whenever I'm back in the town, we just hang out. So I've got nothing bad to say about Tom. Tom's a great friend. I love him like a brother. You know, I really do. And Tom's helped me out so much. He's gave me so much great advice over the years. You know, Eric too. You know, I love all those guys. So I've got nothing bad to say. But yeah, there was some. But see, that's you. You have to. You have to go through all those mistakes that you make in younger years. You know, everybody's done stupid stuff. So, do I regret screaming and going nuts over a fucking hamburger? Yes, it was childish, but I would never do that now. Now, I'm like one of the most nicest people outside of fast food and inside fast food. If someone messes up, I'll just be like, hey, you know what? It's cool. Like, if you could just quickly remake it, that'd be great. I would appreciate it, or whatever I say. I definitely don't scream at fast food people anymore. But back in the day, it annoyed the shit out of me. So yeah, let's see here. Cameo Man says, "Where's the reviews?" I'm gonna get to it, but I haven't got to. Reminisce with Tom in quite a while, Randy. So I'm definitely gonna get to it, but because I haven't talked to Tom in quite a while, so I thought I would talk to him for a little bit, and then I guess whenever Tom goes, that's when I'll do the review. But yeah, it's so good to see you, buddy. So good to hear from you, Pixel. I'm telling you, you and Tom would get along. Pixel. You know how you kind of tease me a little bit. Tom does the same thing. Like Pixel loves me like a brother, but he still teases me. Tom's the same way, And everybody has that type of friend. It's not any. What's the best way to describe it? It's not anything hateful towards me. And like I said, I'm not the only one that gets it. Frank gets it. Jesse gets it. Like they would call Jesse Billy Bob Fat Fuck. I don't know where the Billy Bob came from, but they would. So Tom knows what I'm talking about. They went nuts on, and sometimes Jesse couldn't take it either. Like Jesse would have a couple of freakouts too. So we all got it. We all got it. But I'm so glad that all of our friendships have lasted. I mean, you only get a couple of those lifelong friends in life, and sometimes people lose those friendships over. But I'm glad that the core group of guys are still together. Like, one of the most funnest times, Tom, I've told them about Eric's bachelor party, like, going ballistic. That was one of the best times I've ever had with because all the guys were together. And we were at the St. Louis, well, I don't know what it's called now, but back then it was like the St. Louis penthouse or whatever the hell it was. A mod comes, just starts buying everybody drinks. By then, I was gone. Like, I don't remember much of it. Oh, I remember a lot before the strip house. Like, we went to Denny's, we went gambling. So all that stuff, Tom, I remember. But the minute we got to the penthouse, I mean, the booze was a-flowing. I remember I remember Uh, Eric was beside me, Tom. So Eric was here. I was here. Trent was next to me. You were sitting by Eric. Ahmad was on that side. I think Jesse was next to Trent. And I just remember Trent just, I fears I'll buy you another one. I said, you don't need to buy me. I'm like, Ahmad just bought like a tray full of drinks. But I guess we finished those off. Remember, Tom? We finished them off pretty quick. So I was buying drinks for Trent. Trent was buying drinks for me. I bought Eric some lap dances. And then Eric's like, well, Fears, I'm getting married. Like, here, I'll buy you. And so Eric bought me two. Everybody was buying everybody drinks. And that was probably one of the most funnest times I've had with the guys. It was amazing. Good times. Good times. It was a good time. So yeah. Let's see here. I'm trying to catch up. Tyler says, "Man, sounds like it's a good thing Tom came here after you lost all that weight at work, or Tom would be roasting you." Well, I mean, I've still got some weight to lose, you know, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Well, a lot of the weight, I'll be honest, and hopefully I don't get roasted to shit out of this. A lot of the reason why I gained a lot of weight was because of my dad's death. You know, I didn't know how to deal with it, so I just kept eating my feelings. If I'm being complete, that's the dead truth. So now I'm trying to get all the weight off. So I'm getting there. So yeah, let's see. Oh, I'm sure DVD Blu-ray. I'm sure at one point Tom will come on a stream. I'll be honest, Tom has came on a stream before, like back in the day. But it was before I met everybody in the YouTube community. Like Tom's came in like one or two, but Tom's not really online a lot. Like this is the first time I've seen Tom in the chat in a long time. You know, just Tom's not into YouTube as much as I am. So, but if Tom would want to be in a stream, that'd be cool. That'd be fun. The best is when he orders something without cheese and then explains, "Oh yeah, well, the reason why I did that." And Tom knows what's coming, is because sometimes if I didn't say something, they would put cheese on it. I'm like, I cannot eat cheese. It'll fuck my stomach up, you know? And if you don't tell them, you know, then they'll think it's a cheeseburger. And I'm like, no, I just want a hamburger. So now I just make it super simple. If they need me to repeat it, and that's one thing I hated back in the day, I had to repeat it 4 fucking times, and that would get me enraged. Now I don't care how many times I need to repeat it. I'll just be like, I try to keep the order as simple as possible. I'll just be like, I'll take a number one without cheese, or whatever I'm ordering, because then they know, okay, a number one without cheese, so he wants a hamburger. Like back in the day, I'd be like, yeah, can I have a number one with pickles, lettuce, you know? And then I'd be like, oh yeah, no cheese. So then they would think it's a cheeseburger, and I would get them confused. That was the problem. So it's not how I ordered it. It's they would mess up because of whatever I would say, you know. Then I would get pissed off at them, and I'd be, I fucking explained it to you, you know, what the fuck? And they'd be like, well, sir, you said one thing and you said this and you said that. So now I try to keep it as quickly and as short as possible, because that's another thing that Tom and Eric taught me. They're like, hey, Fears, you don't need to say all this fucking crap. Just say, if you don't want it without cheese, just say, hey, a number one without cheese, you know. So I try to keep it as easy as possible now. So yeah. Let's see. Um, so you don't think Tom would like me? I don't know what you mean, Larry. And Tom says, I don't like anyone. No offense. Well, there you go. Yeah. I don't think it has anything, Larry. I don't think it has anything to do with liking someone or not liking someone. Just, uh, you know, Tom's barely on YouTube. Like, I'm on YouTube a lot, but if Tom wants to come on a stream, he's more than welcome. He's one of my best buddies. He's always welcome. I've told Trent's gonna come on a stream one of these days. I called him a couple of let's see, about a week ago, and I told him, hey, I told all the people, all my fans online, they love Gung and Chung and Bong and all that shit. And he goes, oh, really, Fears? And I said, yeah, would you want to come on a stream and tell them more about it? And he was like, yeah. He goes, I'll fucking do that. And I said, cool. So I don't know when Trent's coming on, but yeah. Tom's more than welcome to come on. Eric too. But you know, Eric loved, you know, doing the the Jackass videos, but Eric's even told me he doesn't want to be a YouTube star, which is fine because all my friends don't have to be into the same shit I am. I mean, I like making content, so that's fine. So he's like, I'll probably never be on a stream, Fierce. Eric's been on one stream, and it was back in the day when I showed everybody my nerd collection. I mean, it was way back in the day, like one of the first few streams Eric came on. So the core group of guys, Tom's been on once or twice, Eric's been on once or twice, Jesse's never been on, uh, and Trent's never been on. But I'm sure one day. Now Jesse's got his own YouTube channel. Jesse's got some really cool fishing videos. Like him, Eric, and Tom go fishing sometimes, and I've watched Tom. I've watched all of Jesse's fishing videos. Those are cool. Those are good. So one of these days, I haven't got to go fishing with the guys in quite a long time, but I would love to be in one of Jesse's fishing videos. So, but again, Jesse doesn't post a lot of content, so whenever he posts, it's good. It'll come up. I'm like, oh shit, he posted another fishing video. Right on. So yeah. So here, let me scroll down. Let's see. Yeah, Tom was the best man. I did give a speech, Tyler. To answer your question, I gave a speech. I wasn't the best man. Tom and Eric, they've known each other longer. So I gave a speech at Eric's. They had some little party at they had some little party at somebody's house, and I gave my speech then. And then I said a little something at the wedding too. So did Trent. But yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I did speak at the rehearsal. I spoke at the rehearsal, and I did say a little something, and I made Eric and Aaron like a little wedding video. So I said something in the video. I said something in the video. I said a little something at the wedding, and then I said most of what I wanted to say about Eric and Aaron at the rehearsal. But that was another fun time that I had. Everybody, all the core guys were at the wedding, and that was a blast too. Like I had a lot of fun at Eric's wedding, and they went big with it. So I can't wait one day until I find Mrs. Fears. I've met a lot of Mrs. No's, but the hunt continues for Mrs. Fears. But I would love to someday be like, hey guys, I met the love of my life. You know, I would be honored if all you guys would come to my wedding, and I know all the guys would. And I'll be honest, it would be really hard to pick between Tom and Eric as my best man. I would probably just be like, hey, look, I can't decide. You guys share it. You know, that's me being completely honest, because Tom's really been there for me through thick and thin, and so has Eric. So I couldn't pick. But I know the reason why Eric picked Tom, because they knew each other. Like, I only came around ninth grade. They've been friends since the second or third grade, or hell, even probably before that. So that I understand. So Tyler, there was no bad feelings about that. I was like, cool. I'm like, you know, of course he's gonna pick Tom, because you know they've been best friends since they were like wee little lads. You know, so I mean, I only came around ninth grade, but now we have so much friendship. Like you know, with me and Eric, same Tom, Trent, Jess. It's like over 20 years of friendship. So that's what I'm saying. It's really, I'm honored to have people in my life that you only make like in life you only make a few core group of friends, and you get to have those friends for life. And I'll always have Tom as a friend, and Eric and Jesse and Trent, because all those guys are fucking awesome. We have I'll tell you this, we have more epic fun times than bad times. There's been a few bad times where, you know, me and Tom have gotten into it. There's been times where me and Eric's gotten into it. The only person I haven't got into it with is Trent, like an argument. But I've gotten into an argument with Tom multiple times, but we don't let it get personal. Just, you know, he says something, I say something, and then it's fucking over with. Same thing with Eric. I've gotten into an argument with him. Jesse, I think we've had some words. Tom, I could tell them the story about when I met Jesse for the first time, but I don't know if Jesse would like that. Man, that first night hanging out with Jesse, and what he said. I had only met him for 5 minutes, and he said something out of control. I don't know. I don't know if I should tell that story, Tom. But anyway, you guys know what I'm saying. It's good to have a core group of friends. It really is. But yeah, no, I don't think I said I was the best man. I said I was a groomsman, DVD Blu-ray guy, but I never said I was the best man. I said I was a groomsman. I was a groomsman, and all the other guys were. No, Larry, Tom did not wrestle. It was me and Eric. Eric and me were on the wrestling team. And that was good times too. I thought I would give it a go because my dad was really good at wrestling. So yeah. So Tom, I told them about like where I couldn't find the bathroom one time when I was at a wrestling meet and I had to pee in a shoe. That's a classic story. I had to piss. I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, I have to piss. So I just went into the lost and found. I was like, I don't give a damn. I have to piss, or my fucking bladder's gonna explode. And I'm pissing right now. And I got it. When you gotta go, you gotta go. And I was like, all right, I gotta piss. I'm pissing away. There it is. So if Fears ever writes a book, I will put all these classic fucking legendary stories into a book. That would be quite the book for someone to read. So yeah. That's true, Cameo Man. That's very, very true. It's very, very true. Again, Tom's half right. Some stories would probably get me mad. Well, maybe not mad, embarrassing. I'd probably be more embarrassed, because of it happened such a long time ago, and I'd be a little nervous because I wouldn't know what story Tom's going to tell. But I'll be honest, there's not too many bad stories. Most of my stories, with the guys, most of them are good. There's a few bad ones in there, where we got into it or I did something bad, but I didn't really do anything that horrible. I mean, I didn't like commit a crime. I didn't like, you know, I did tell them the one time where I got arrested, so they thoroughly enjoyed that one, and really that one was no biggie either. Like just me and Nick, learned a very valuable lesson. Don't ever make a prank phone call, or if you do a prank phone call, hey Nick, don't be an idiot and don't put on the star. What is it? Star 67. He forgot to put that on, and they traced the call. So if you do a prank phone call, hit that star 67. But I was not the one. Nick was supposed to hit star 67, but that wasn't that bad. I took it more like a man than Nick did. Nick was like going nuts in the jail cell. He's like, Fierce, what if we get ass raped? I'm like, Nick, we're not going to get ass raped. I'm like, you've called your parents. I've called my parents. They're on the way. Everything will be fine. I'm like, don't. And I even told Tom, I don't know if I ever told you, I told Nick, I'm like, just calm down. Everything will be all right. But I was nervous. I was scared because I was like, oh, my parents are going to be pissed. And I remember like some police guy came by and said, "Man, I feel bad for you guys. You guys are young. Like you guys shouldn't be in here." He goes, "Listen, I'm gonna go grab some lunch. You guys want some lunch?" And I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What are you gonna get?" He's like, "I'm gonna go to Burger King." And I was like, "Ding, ding, ding." BK Lounge. I was like, "I'll take some BK Lounge." And he's like, "What do you guys want?" And then I told him, and Nick's like, "Yeah, I'll take a burger." But yeah, so at least I got some Burger King out of the deal. But yeah, seriously, I would not mind if Tom came on. I would probably have a talk with him before and be like, "Look, let's not go too nuts with the stories." Because again, there are some embarrassing stories. We all have them. You guys can't deny. I'm just like there's tons of people watching right now. In your little core group of friends, all of you guys watching, you guys have your own little stories that are good and embarrassing. So I would just say, hey Tom, I don't mind some stories, but you know which ones to tell and which ones not to tell. Again, there's only a few bad ones. Most of them are good. Most of it was just us being, you know, stupid teenagers doing hilarious, stupid stuff. Like I told them not all the stories, Tom, but I told them about the legendary Rusty Pete wagon. Like that wagon went through hell. We spray painted it. I don't know where Rusty Pete the name came. That was a Tom and Eric thing. Like someone said at one time, we need to come up with a name for our jackass wagon, and I was like, I don't care. And I don't know how Tom and Eric came up with it, but they came up with the name Rusty Pete. Spray painted on there. We painted it all. It was like white and red. We had a lightning bolt on there. That was our little idiot symbol, a lightning bolt with a fist. So yeah, Tom, I still got my. I don't know where I had this hat made. Oh no, wait, I know where we had it made. When I came to visit Eric, we went into some store, and I got a hat made, and it said "Wild Dudes." I have it somewhere. I think it's back in Missouri. But well, I'll tell a Tom story right now. That's pretty hilarious. So I think this was a birthday or a Christmas gift. Tom likes the doodle. Tom knows where I'm going with this. Again, Tom, you may want to refresh everybody. I don't remember what the thing was. Well, Tom likes to be hilarious, like we all do. And so I open it up, and there's a T-shirt. I'm like, yeah, right on. I look at the T-shirt, and he's got a T-shirt of me bent over and a guy fucking me, and he just did like a little doodle and put it on a shirt. I've never worn that shirt. It's still in a box in Missouri. I will never wear that shirt ever. But I did. I got a giggle out of it. So Tom did it like a shock factor. It was pretty hilarious. And I was like, this is fucking hilarious. He's like, hey, Fears, what do you think? You know, awesome shirt. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty fucking hilarious, buddy. And I was like, a guy ass fucking me. There it is. So yeah. If you guys know Carrie, that was my fault. Yeah, Carrie's nuts. Well, I should apologize too, Tom. I was the one that said, "Hey, Carrie, like you like filming videos with you and your dog Adam." I gave her the idea to make a channel, but I had no idea that she would go batshit crazy on her YouTube channel, and now she does crazy streams. I remember at one time someone told me, I've never watched one, but someone told me that she did twerking videos, and I'm just like, oh god. So I created a monster. I thought she was only going to upload videos of her and her dog Adam. Like the dog, her and her, because Adam is a cute dog. So I thought, okay, I'm like, hey, you should just upload these. You know, like that would be a cool channel. You know, you and your adventures with your dog Adam. And she started with that, but, whew, man, she went off on a rampage. So, yeah, Tom, now everybody knows about Carrie. Oh man. And I don't want to say anything bad about Carrie, but man, she's got some problems. So hopefully she gets help one day. And I wish her the best of luck, but yeah. Pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Tom and Eric, what about Randy? Oh yeah, Randy's one of my best friends too. But see, Randy is a different type of friend. Like Randy, I grew up with Eric and Tom. Randy I met in film school, so Randy's like a brother to me too. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. We need an Origins documentary. Yeah, maybe one day. Well, one of these days, me and Tom are gonna edit. The first video is called "The Idiots," and that's edited. And me and Tom, I mean, we got input from all the guys, but me and Tom really were the ones that sat down and edited that one, right, Tom? But Eric's told me in the past I would love for all the guys to sit down and edit the Wild Dudes. That's our second. So we have all the footage. We just haven't sat down and edited it yet because we have those old tapes. We have to get a wire and plug it into my computer or Tom's computer, and we have to convert the footage to digital, and then eventually we'll edit it at some point. So yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Really, I didn't care about that, Tom. Though, but I had no idea. Eric, I guess Tom, Eric, and Aaron had this plan. So they planned that I would catch the garter, and that Carrie would catch the bouquet, and and that's when Carrie went hard for me. And I had to tell her flat out, listen, I don't mind being your friend, but I'm just not interested. And she just wouldn't take no for an answer. Back in the day, I had to yell at her. I was like, Carrie, I do not want to hang out with you. Leave me alone. And she would call me like 50 times a day and text me 50 times. And I had to block her. And like I'm telling you, she went on a warpath. Like whenever I denied wanting to be her boyfriend, and I was like, I have no interest in you, Carrie. I'm like, I don't mind being your friend. So yeah, cheers for that, Tom. Thanks a lot, buddy. But again, see, we didn't. But I guarantee you, Tom and Eric had probably no idea that she would go off on a rampage, like warpath. You know, like, and I've only caught. I thought it was cool. I caught the garter because I'm the only one that doesn't have. So like, Eric's got someone. Tom's dating someone. Jesse's married. So Tom's the only one that's not married, and me. Trent's married, has kids with a wife. Eric and Aaron, they don't want to have kids, but they're married. Jesse is married with kids. You know, Tom's dating someone right now. I've met Tom's girlfriend. She's very nice. She's very sweet. I just haven't had the best luck with women, you know. So I've met a few nice girls. Like again, like I've told you guys, I'm sick and tired of meeting Mrs. No. I'm ready to meet Mrs. Right. I've always got my my eye out looking for her, but yeah. So I didn't mind catching the guard. I was like, hey, maybe this will be good luck. I'll catch it. You know. Maybe I'll meet somebody, you know, at the wedding, you know. Instead of meeting a really nice person, I met Carrie on the warpath. But like I said, I don't have any ill will against Carrie. She's just a little nuts. So I hope she gets better. I really do. I really do. Let me scroll down here. The look on your face was the best thing ever. What? When I caught the garter? Oh yeah. You youngsters are crazy. Well, the reason why Larry said that is, I guess Larry told me his age on camera. I guess Larry, you said you've been a fan for quite a while, but Larry told me he's like what 49, 50. So I appreciate you being a fan, but yeah, Larry's kind of an older fan. So yeah, the look on your face was the best thing ever. Well, the reason why I had the best face is because I think I caught the garter first. I had no idea that Carrie was going to catch it. So I caught it. And I was like, oh, sweet. I'm like, and really, Eric, like they knew they were. Eric literally turned around and said, "Hey, Fierce, here you go," and he just tossed it to me. So he didn't like stand like this and throw it like that. He literally turned around and said, "Hey, Fierce," and he said, "Here you go," and tossed it to me. And I was like, "Oh, sweet, buddy," and I like grabbed it. So I thought, okay, cool, because I've caught a few garters before. Like at my uncle Greg's wedding, I caught his, and then I think at my cousin Tabitha's, I caught them. But they actually did it right. They actually threw it like that, and I just stood in the front row and I grabbed it like that in midair. So, including Eric's, I think I've caught 3 garters in my lifetime. So I'm bound to get married at some point. Oh yeah, shout out to Fears' Epic Friday the 13th shirt. Pixel, I wore it just for you, buddy. No, I'm just joking. I know Pixel's a big fan of Friday the 13th. I'm a big fan. Jason's great, but he's not as great as fucking Michael O. Myers. Now that will be a battle I would love to see. Michael in one corner versus fucking Jason. That, like how they did like Freddy versus Jason. That was cool, but I would love to see in a movie those two guys battle it out. That would be fucking great. That would be great. Let's see here. Let me scroll down. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. Well, we both edited it, Tom, if you remember. I sat there with you. Me and Tom edited a lot, but I helped him edit some of it. But it was me and Tom that edited the first one. Remember I came up with the epic writing on the first, on like the intro, Tom? I came up with that. It scrolls up, and it's like kind of like a parody of like Star Wars. It starts off, so. But none of the fans have seen it. So I told Pixel, Tom, whenever Pixel comes to visit me, because me and Pixel have been online buddies for a while. We've been trying to get a hangout going. But I know what Pixel likes. Pixel's gotten to know me, and we became good buddies. So Pixel said he's either going to come visit me in Florida or I'm going to go visit him. But I promised Pixel that I would bring the movie, and so Pixel, you'll probably be the first one to see it. It's right over there. But at one point, Tom, I would love to sit down and oh yeah, that one really got me mad. That's when we were on vacation. Yeah, that one. So that was all Eric. I was so pissed but anyone would get pissed about that. I remember I was on the beach. I came back out. They locked me out, and I went, "Oh fuck you guys!" And I went like that, and I slammed the door. The door goes flying open, breaks the side of the door. So I had already had enough. I was in the bathroom, taking a shower, got done, and then when I came out, I had to take another shower because Eric had pooped in a sock. You ready for this, Pixel? And he goes, "Homie, don't play that." Remember Homie off of, Homie the clown off of In Living Color, where he would smack people with that massive sock? That's where I guess the origin of the idea came from. So Eric pooped in a sock, and he hit me, and at first, I didn't know it. At first, it didn't bleed out. Like, I was just like, "Hey, what do you hit me?" And then Eric, you can hear it in the video. Eric he goes, "I shit in a suck." I went, "No, no, no, no." And then I'm trying to block it. And that's when I said the most legendary line. I was so pissed. I went, "You fucking guys." I'm like, "There's shit in my hair. There's shit in my teeth." Obviously, there was not shit in my teeth, but I was on a fucking warpath rampage. And I was like, "You motherfucker." I mean, I was pissed. And like I said, anyone would be pissed. But hopefully that footage never sees the light of day. I don't think I'll ever show that to my fans. I was pissed. I contemplated going home from that trip on that night. They did apologize the next day, and we all went fishing. We all had a good time, but oh, no one talked to me that night after because I screamed for about an hour. I mean, I was on a fucking rampage. I got in the shower, retook a shower, got it all out. But oh, Pixel, that's probably the worst. That's probably the maddest I've ever been in my entire life. I was fucking pissed. But I said anyone would. I'm like, I just got beat to death with a sock with shit in it. So that was not. Yeah, it was fun for everybody else, but I hated it. So yeah, it was horrible. It was pretty horrible. It was pretty horrible. I'm sure we get a lot of views, but I'm never gonna upload that on my channel. Oh God, no, 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 no. It was horrible. Horrible. It's Jeremy says she became famous as the streamer with the most rules of all time. True. Carrie has a lot of rumors. And exactly, Pixel. She did used to be sweet and innocent. I don't know what happened. But I'm telling you, Tom, I even asked Pixel. She started like bouncing food on the top of her head. She started twerking videos, and I'm like, I don't want to see Carrie twerk, so I stopped watching. But Pixel's right. Carrie used to be the nicest, sweetest. She never cursed. Now she curses up a storm. She's twerking. She's doing this. She's doing that. Again, I hope she gets some help. I hope she, is all right. But that's why I don't talk to Carrie. She's too manic, for my taste. So, yeah. But I hope she will get better, because I don't really want to say anything bad about her. But Pixel's right. She used to be like the sweetest, nicest person ever. But yeah. Well, Pixel, we kind of battled it out. Me and her definitely battled out, but I think we came to an agreement. I mean, she apologized, I apologized. I don't know if I unblocked her because I had to block her because she was just becoming too insane. But I think at one time she did apologize, and I apologized, and I just decided to leave it at that. But I kept her. I still have her blocked, but maybe one day I'll unblock her. But I hope she. Tom says you're very welcome. You're such a dick. What? You're very welcome for that shit sock? Oh man, I hated it, man. But I will say, after watching it, it's funny now because when I watch it back, I was like, oh shit. I'm like, that was legendary. But I don't think I deserved a shit sock. But there it is. But again, you all do stupid stuff. And Eric's even apologized about it. Now he was feared. I kind of feel bad for doing that. I was like, it's fine, dude. I'm like, I appreciate the apology. I'm like, we were just young guys doing stupid shit. And I'm like, again, I didn't always get it. Jesse got plenty of it. Tom got plenty of shit. Eric got plenty. We all got it, But back in the day, I thought I always got it because I just thought like that. But now that I'm older and wiser, I'm like, well, everybody got it. I'm like, they tortured the hell out of Jesse because of his weight, So there's never any ill will between my core group of friends back in Missouri. I mean, I love all the guys. I love them to death. I'd do anything for them. I really would. I wish we could hang out more. Well, I meant I loved her as a friend, Pixel. I didn't mean it like romantically, because I was trying to be nice, But yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. No, I'm not way off about the arrested thing. It happened at. I told you exactly how it happened. Me and Nick were in Tommy's like computer room in his house, and Tommy had this room where well, I don't want to say Tom's dad's job, but they had those machines for Tom's job in this room, and Tom had his computer in there. So me and Nick prank phone called someone using that soundboard off of ebombsworld.com. I don't even know if ebombsworld.com still exists, and we should have just used someone that people would knew right away, like Arnold or like Jack Black's voice. But we used that creepy guy's voice out of phone booth, the guy on the phone saying, "Isn't it funny? You hear a phone ring and it could be anyone, but a ringing phone has to be answered, doesn't it? You know." And we basically scared the shit out of this guy that we called. And again, Nick forgot to put star 67, so as soon as we hung up the phone, he called the police, and I guess the police traced the phone call. They come over, and we were going bowling that night. I went, all right, I'll see you guys later. And then the doorbell rings. I opened up the door, and the cops are like, yeah, you go ahead and casually sit on down. And they said, oh no, I'm sorry, I had left, and I'm sorry, that's where I'm getting mixed up. I had already left. The cops came to Tommy's door, and they basically said, we're going to arrest you if you don't call your friend Nick, and we're gonna call your. He goes, if you don't call your friend Nick and Fear to get him back over here, we're gonna arrest you. So Nick was at work. I can't remember where I was, but Tom said, Fears, like, listen, man, like, I had nothing to do with it. You've got to come back over. And I didn't know they were going to arrest me. So I went, all right, they probably just want to, like, talk. Or I hope, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, I hope they just want to talk and be like, look, we're going to give you guys a warning. And I got over there, and they talked literally for 2 minutes. And then they were like, you're lucky this is a prank phone call. Like, you scared the shit out of this guy. He said, what if he would have died? Like, because you guys scared him. And apparently, like, this guy lived out in the woods and shit, and he thought it was real. And I felt horrible. And then he was like, go ahead and turn around. And I turned around, and that's when I knew it was real. I was like, oh, fuck. And they put on the cuffs, and I was like, shit. And they're like, where's your buddy Nick? And I was like, he's at work, I guess. And I got to the jail first, and then I remember an hour or two went by, and they apparently tracked Nick down, and they put Nick in the same cell as me. And then, excuse me, then we had to call our parents, and then my parents picked me up. So that's pretty much how it went down. But I learned a very valuable lesson. Don't ever do a prank phone call at all. Or if you are going to do one, make sure your friend puts that star 67 on there. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. Oh, there you go. Well, I didn't know that you had. Well, Tom, I guess you have half the footage. You have half the footage. Oh, hang on. Wait, hang on. Tom messaged me. The look on your face was in reference to you. Oh, okay. I thought you meant. I'm sorry. I thought you meant the look on your face when I caught the guard. I'm sorry. Tom's referring. Well, of course, the look on my face because I couldn't believe I was getting arrested over this. Like I was a little, afraid. But Tom says the look on your face was in reference to you getting arrested, not the guard. That's why you're way off. Well, now I told the real story. I'm sorry. I got the stories mixed up. Again, I'm trying to do my best. My memories, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. But yeah, but they get the gist of it. But yeah, crazy times, crazy times. So yeah, I'm trying to. Let's see here. Yeah, Eric was the one that hit me with it. Had to do things to top the things we already did. Yeah. Well, that was the thing. Back in the day, if I did something, then Eric had to out top me, and if Tom did something, then Eric had to out top Tom. So when we were making that video, both videos, the idiots and the wild dudes, because the wild dudes, the reason why we do that is kind of a parody of the wild dudes. We did jackass stunts, but we also did some wild dude shit. I mean, wild boy shit in there. And that was our little parody of that. That's the second one that me and Tom still need to edit. But the first one was just pure jackass stuff. So we were always trying to come up with like legendary ideas. Like there's an idea like we all dressed up in disco clothes and we went to the roller skate rink and we were jamming out like 70s and stuff. I think I've told you guys about that. That's like one of my favorite skits that we did. But uh, like Eric did his own version of Party Boy. I did my own version of Party Boy. Eric Party Boyed the shit out of his girlfriend. That was fucking hilarious. So we were all trying to out top each other. I told him, Tom, about the one time where I got naked and tried to steal the garden gnome off of one of our wrestling um coaches, but it was so heavy. I could barely pick it up. It was so heavy. So I ran, got out of the car naked, ran all the way to his front door, tried to grab it. And really, Eric was the ass nude master, but Eric's like, Fierce, this will be 10 times funnier if you get naked. And I'm like, all right. So I got naked, ran over, and they're like, Fierce, grab it. And I'm like, I can't. This thing is fucking heavy. And so I tried to grab it, and I tried a few times, and I just couldn't get it. Ran back, got back in the car, threw my clothes on. They're like, why didn't you get it? And I'm like, it's heavy as shit. But it was still funny in my attempt of trying to get it. Oh, man. Let's see here. Yeah, yeah. I'm not mad at you, Tom. That's the reason why Tom called us. I'm not going to jail for something I didn't do. Tom had nothing to do with it. Like I remember Tom saying, like, you and Nick, you guys can have a ball. Tom was in the front room the entire time when me and Nick were in his dad's computer room, us like prank phone calling people. And now I wish. It was Nick's idea, if memory serves me right, and it was Nick's idea. Oh, Fierce, you should use the fucking phone booth guy and scare the. I said, let's just use Jack Black or Michael Jackson. Like, and on this, they had a soundboard of like all celebrities like funny sayings, like like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You click a button and be like, "Get to the chopper," or whatever. And I'm like, we should have used somebody recognizable, but that little phone booth guy out of that movie, he's not really that recognizable. So that's what scared the shit out of that fucking guy. I mean, like, we almost scared the guy to death. But yeah, but I don't even know if E-Bomb World Tom still exists. I doubt. I'm kind of curious. Once the stream's done, I'll probably look it up because I have not looked at E-Bomb's World since that day. If I'm being honest. But yes, Jeremy, this was like back in the day. This was like 20 plus years ago, or maybe more than that. So yeah, Tom said 2005. Let's see. Fears you should party boy Sam to cheer him up. Oh man, no, that'll never happen. No, but listen. Um, oh, does it still exist? Oh shit! Wow, damn, that's pretty cool that it still exists, Tom. Oh yeah, naked drive-through. That's another one. And our policy was, if you thought of the idea, then you had to do it. So I remember one time I was like, hey, it'd be hilarious, guys, if somebody went through a drive-through naked and like ordered a banana split from like Dairy Queen, and the reason why, a dick, a banana split, that's why you said that, and they're like, oh well, Fears, you got to do it, and I was like, oh god, I've told this story before, Tom, and all I remember is Tom and Eric were in the back seat, and they had masks. They had masks on, so no one would see their face. And I just quickly, nudged down in the seat, got naked. But again, in the video, you can't see me naked. All you see is the back of my back because they're filming from the back seat. And I just said, "Yeah, can I have a banana split, please?" And they're like, "Yeah, that'll be $3.75 or whatever the hell it was." Go through, and he's like, "That's when the guy knew." He's like, "That'll be $3.75." I'm like, "Oh, you know what?" I'm like, "I seem to misplace my wallet." Because I'm naked, and I fucking just drove off into the knife, and then you just hear Tom and Eric like giggling in the background. So you didn't really see anything. So yeah, but thank God you didn't see anything. But yeah, it was pretty hilarious times. Uh, are you the same Tom who invented MySpace? I am Tom. Yes, there it is. Oh yeah, my buddy Tom. He invented MySpace. Got shitloads of money. That's right. Rolling in that money, motherfucker. That's right. Oh man, it's been fun going through memory lane. Right on. Well, Tom, it's so good to hear from you, buddy. I'll definitely give you a call after the stream. But yeah, it's good to hear from you, man. But yeah, legendary stories, guys. So I listen. Not only do I have legendary stories, Like we all have our own. Like I've only hit a tip of the iceberg. Eric has legendary stories. Tommy has legendary stories. So do I. So does Trent. You know, there's like there's one story. I can't remember much of this. I don't think I was there. I've heard a story of like Trent getting like super drunk and then acting like he's like got wrenches in his hand and he's like underneath a car. Tom, you know where I'm going with this story? And he's like trying to fix a car like in the middle of the night, getting it under a car, like imaginary, trying to like fix a car. Someone told me that story, and I can't really remember because I wasn't there. But that story's legendary of Trent. I've heard it a couple of times, um, but I don't know the whole story. But I wasn't there though. I've just heard the story where just Trent just gets super drunk. I've showed them a little footage of Trent. Tom. I asked Tom if I could upload. Tom filmed it, and I guess Tom was visiting Trent and his lady, and it's late at night, and they're drunk, and all of a sudden Trent starts acting like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So I did upload that, so they kind of know who Trent is, Tom. But that's the only footage I've got of Trent on the channel so far. But at some point, Trent's gonna come on, and like I said, Tom is always welcome to come on the come on the show. But anyway, I may do a little show later, but I'm gonna get something to eat because I've been going for an hour and 51 seconds. But I'll probably change the name of this too. I'll probably just like rename it like Classic Stories from Fierce's Past or some shit like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed. So I'm gonna eat and maybe I'll do another. I'll probably do another show probably before I go into work. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. And Tom, always a pleasure, my friend. Always a pleasure. And it's good to hear from you, man. It's really good to hear from you. Thanks for everybody tuning in. And like I said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my buddy Cameo Man at 2021 and the Mayor of Magic, my buddy Randy. Subscribe to my buddy Pixel at Pixel Protocol. Subscribe to Fears Man 26, that's the main channel, and Fears Vlogs. Subscribe to my buddy Visions. Check out his website, www.exhumevisions.com. He sells some pretty cool shit. So I bought a couple of t-shirts off of his website. So check out Visions. Check out Vision's website. But yeah, Tom, you're always welcome on the show, buddy. And it was good to hear from you. Good to catch up. Good to talk about some legendary topics. Again, I try to remember as much as I can from like every once in a while. It's not that I'm lying. It's just that sometimes I can't remember how it went down. But I try my very best to tell the stories when the stories do come up the best I can. So I pretty much have told every story truthfully, but I may have left out a minor detail. But for the most part, I've gotten all the stories correct. For the most part. So yeah. But I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday. Midweek, can't wait for the weekend. Like I said, this weekend, I'm on the fence. It's either going to be, because I saw the trailer. Whew. Scream 6 looks fantastic. Like, the only thing I'm kind of bummed about is no Sidney Prescott in it. They got Gale Weathers, but no Sidney Prescott. As you guys all know, Fierce had a massive crush ever since I was a wee little lad. I've had a big crush on Neve Campbell. She was like my first celebrity crush. Probably my only celebrity crush. I mean, she's still hot, and she's like, what, 48, 49? She's still smoking hot, so hell yeah. So I'm either going to be going to see Scream 6 this weekend, or I may go to that toy convention and try to get some more cool collectibles. I'm on the fence. It'll be one of those two, or both. If I can't decide, I'll do both. Like maybe I'll go and see the movie after the convention, but I'll keep you guys updated. So anyway, God bless. And Tom, I'm gonna call you because we need to catch up, buddy. Before I do my next show, I'm gonna call you. I don't know when my next show will be. I think I'm gonna get something to eat. So maybe in like 2 or 3 hours, I'll do another show. You know. Because I didn't get to do my reviews of the movie that I wanted to review. I just watched I've heard of this movie before, but I had never watched it. But I found it at Goodwill, and it was only for like $1, and I was like, "Oh, cool!" I'm like, I like Ryan Reynolds. He's a good actor. Uh, like I'll check it out. Watched it, pretty rad. But I'll do the review later. And then I just bought this because I love old Disney movies, and I remember me and my brother used to watch this movie all the time, and I was like, well, I'm a big movie master, so I'm like, I gotta have it in the collection. It's a classic, The Lady and the Tramp. Good cartoon movie. Got that classic, scene where the tramp falls in love with the lady, and they're eating the spaghetti and meatballs. That's the most classic, legendary scene out of this movie. I'm a big Disney fan. I love everything Disney. I love going to the parks. I'm a big goofball when it comes to Mickey. I love going and standing in line and taking a picture with Mickey. I've always been like that. I've always been a big Disney fan ever since I was a little kid. So yeah. Anyway, enjoy your guys' day, and God bless. And like I said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to FearsMan26 and Fears Vlogs, and also help me out. Let's keep that TikTok subs, flowing. Let's try and get to 9,000 by the end of the year. All right, I'm taking off, but anyway, this is Fears signing off. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Later.